All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geopolitical Trends, where truth matters. Excited to be with you for our community conversation. So, this is just you and I, just us, the community talking. No geopolitics here. But also, this is an opportunity just for us to learn more about each other and also answer your questions. Non geopolitics, so no geopolitical today. So this is usually what this forum is all about. So I like to do this once a month. We've been doing it, and I'll maintain that one the same way I do with Carlza, which I hope excuse me, which I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation yesterday. It's always nice to see Carl. I always enjoy it. So let me see who is here and say hi to Timeline Dunkley from New York City. Good to see you. UTU Super. Hello, Doctor. Or higher dimensional beings do exist. I agree. So it's all about to my knowledge, if you are referring to higher dimensional beings, are we talking about the subconscious level or conscious level or some other higher meaning per se? I do believe in it, but that's my personal opinion. And again, I base it on my own experience. So I don't just say thanks. So I do believe in what you're saying. Matt Becky, good to see you as well. Cosmic Allen, because to you, Dr. O, and because to the community. So good to see you. Thank you very much. Brianna Olivia, good to see you, and hello to you. Juan KC, good to see you. YT, good morning to you as well. Islamic Knowledge, hello to you as well. Hong Luang, good to see you. Army with Harmony, here you are. And Karakulak, salam to you as well. Yeah, Carl it's always great. And I'm really, very grateful to him because like I said last time, he could be spending time with his family and so forth, but he also understand the importance of this for our community. And I had a conversation with him way back about this. Is this something you will be willing to do, like a commitment? And he said, yes, I am. So, and this is why I'm very, very grateful to that. Osiris, great. Good to see you, my man. Now, for those who do not know who Osiris is, Osiris has been with me here. At least when I say me, I'm referring to the other channel as well, but with us in the community for a long time. He's been an avid supporter, and I never shy away from saying this, guys. Till today, Osiris still buys me coffee every day. Yeah, we're talking about the last 4 months since I launched the Buy Me Coffee platform. Which so I'm very grateful to you, Osiris, and I hope one day, if my travels take me to your location, we'd love to meet up with you personally and share a meal and just go from there. So. But one thing I want you, Osiris, to know, and to all of those who've been supporting the channel here, guys, I will pay it forward, and I am paying it forward because it's not about just take, it's about give as well. So that's how part of life goes in. You can't just take. A lot of people, a lot of us here in the West, we think in those mindset of hoarding so much. I have to have so much, and I get uptight. I'll share this with you, my personal life, and I'll share a few things. I get uptight when I open my closet and see I have a lot of clothes. I don't like it. So that's why per every 3 or 4 months I go through that and give away the other stuff to other people they can use. I don't like so much, cluttering. It's not to me. Hoarding, it's ain't good. But also that's usually because for us, some of us, not all, because we always wanted to have things, because that's how we justify our existence by having things. I have one car, no, I need to have five. I have one house, no, I need to have three. I have this, I have that. And we missing the meaning of life to begin with because the materialistic world took over our thinking. So thank you very much, Osiris. Truly appreciate it. uh Karakolak, I can't stand hoarding. You're right. You're right. Actually, that's a reflection of a person's get what you need, the basics in life. I'm not saying you live a good life and all that, but having if you have, and this is the problem for some, you have, let's say, $1,000, all of a sudden they want 10,000. You have 10,000, all of a sudden they want 100,000. They have 100,000, all of a sudden they want a million. It's never enough. Well, because human nature, we are flawed that way. It will be never enough to some of us, not all, because you never discipline the soul. Till you discipline the soul to understand, you will be content with whatever you have. And that takes time and all that. So, Thunderbolt, good to see you as always. KL, good to see you from Singapore. Good to see you. So what I want to talk to you today, guys, just a basic conversation here. And of course, you interrupt me with your question. If you have a question, I'll be happy to answer it. Doesn't matter what type of question. If I can't, I'll say I'm sorry, I can't. But I do want to talk about one particular aspect, not in detail here, even though this is just a community. And by the way, I demonetize those videos with you. This is our time, guys. So, but even with that, this platform, if I say something that crosses the line, pertains especially to health, which I intend to do one for you on the other when I get back from my travel. You won't see me for a while. I will be traveling. Remember, I do speaking and I do consulting. Those are in addition to YouTube here. And I used to teach. So my schedule was very, very packed. I decided not to teach for the last 2 or 3 semesters. So even though I'm still affiliated with the academic institution, but it's free will, and I'm just part-time, and I wanted to be part-time. I didn't want a full-time job. But I do consulting and speaking. So I do speaking engagements in different parts of the world. So I will be out for a while, and if I get a chance, whatever part of the world I'm in, I might do live stream for you just to say hi, and so you know at least what part of the world I'm visiting. I'm visiting different locations. So now it's not Asia trip. Asia trip is still October. That's when I'm gonna be going to Asia. So also, some of you have been asking about where is Dr. Ross Stewart. So what Dr. Ross Stewart is, if you know, he retired. He used to own a clinic. He deals with Parkinson's disease. If you only know the main chronic diseases in the US: Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. And all this related to food. So Dr. Stewart used to have his own, as a matter of fact, even though he retired, he still gets his own people that been calling him from around the world to help them with, because he's a very knowledgeable when it comes down to this, to Parkinson's and so forth. So that's why you guys don't see him here anymore, because he's busy with that, even though he's retired. But he doesn't think in those terms. He thinks in terms of serving humanity. If a family and his clients are like in other parts of the world, some in Southeast Asia, as a matter of fact, I think someone in Indonesia or Malaysia, somewhere around that. Usually he can't disclose this kind of stuff because that's private, confidential. But all I know is that he still deal with some of his previous clients from way back that they still, and they are in good health right now as far as Parkinson's disease. Because you can't cure Parkinson's, but you can manage it if you know how. And Dr. Stewart understands about the chemistry of the brain. And that's the reason why. I know some of you have been asking. That's why he's not here, guys. And I can always reach out to him to show up one day. And I intend to do it. Maybe when I get back from Asia, we'll do that. So. And speaking of food, I want you to know, Muslim Revert, good to see you. I've been eating junk food all my life. Well, it's never too late. You can reverse it. And again, guys, this is one of the reasons why I am not going to talk in detail, because they did it to Tucker Carlson. They demonetized that video because the guests he brought in, those are doctors, MDs, and they really, what they disclosed about food and all that, it's unbelievable. It's so it's to me as always, because if your community, we are in this together, guys. So, and I can't, for example, the way I eat at home, yes, not everybody, each one of us has different economic situations and so forth, but it doesn't mean I can't share with you. And I will share with you stuff just to give you an idea. So let me share some pictures with you here, and not about bragging, guys. I don't do that kind of stuff, but it's just to highlight to you why you want to really, really, really consider what you are eating as part of being in good shape per se. So, all right, let me share with you what my breakfast consists of. So here is my. I'm going to share this picture with you here. I don't know if you guys can see it bigger enough. There we go. So this is my breakfast. Now, when I say breakfast, it's I don't do breakfast. I eat around 11 o'clock. I only eat 2 meals a day. Sometimes I only eat 1 meal a day. Once a year, I go for about a month or so. I only do 1 meal a day. The body doesn't need much. As we grow older, that's why you notice when you were in your 70s, in 17 years old, in your late teens, you have this massive amount of energy. You can consume all the sugar you want, whatever, and you won't feel a thing. Of course, you won't feel a thing till later on. The problem is the problem is the sugar we have here in the US is processed. You know, you look at some other countries, and when you live overseas, and I had a chance to, I was born overseas, by the way, and when you had a chance to live in a different culture that doesn't have the processed sugar, you won't have an issue with that. But here in the US is different. So I just want to share with you for you to see what's on this plate here. And this is not just for me by myself, me and my wife, of course. I can eat, and we don't eat all this. So this is my coffee, my homemade coffee. This is my eggs with cheese, and this is the organic sausage. Not a pork. I don't do pork. This is kimchi. You all know about kimchi. If there is anything I advise you to, is buy kimchi, the original one, and start having 1 spoon of kimchi before you eat your meal, because kimchi is fermented food. Fermented food feeds the good bacteria in your gut. The good bacteria is essential to a good digestion. A good digestion is essential to your well-being. So this one here is whipped cream with cheese. Okay, because I use it with my crepes. Those are French crepes made out of egg. That's it. No sugar, nothing. Eggs. My wife made those ones here. This is peaches, sliced peaches, and this is a homemade pancakes. Those are made with gluten-free almond flour. So, and again, not all this is for me here. This is my plate right here with the sausage and all. But this one has 3. I only eat one. My wife eat one, and I leave the rest for. Then you have the organic peanut butter and the organic jelly, which is a strawberry, blueberry, all the berries together. And this bottle behind here is walnut, because I do walnut with dates. So there is another one here. It's the same one, it's just from a different angle here. So, and for my dinner, this is my dinner. So I wish I can rotate this. I don't know how to rotate it, but it doesn't show, Anyway, this is my plate here. That's just a piece of steak. Not steak, I'm sorry. It wasn't steak. It was liver. I do eat grass-fed liver. It's very, very good for you. It's very, very high in protein, with onions and mushrooms. And those are homemade French fries. Yes, made right here. And that's it. And this is a salad with just radish and some basic stuff. So and that's about it. So no bread, no carbs, because you don't need all that carb stuff at night. And usually the one healthy thing I can advise you on, guys, is eat dinner early. You don't eat dinner at 9 p.m. and go to bed in 1 hour. I eat it early. Yeah. Hey, Local, good to see you here. Where is it? Where are you? I just saw you here. Hey, Local, where did you go? Where is it? Here you are. Here, Local. Here you are. I was like, what happened? Good to see you. Here, Localos has been an avid support for the channel. All of you guys. It's just I remember names because I've seen them constantly. So, David King, good to see you. And yes, liver is good for you. When I was in Yemen, they ate liver every day. So it was a lot of here in the West. I speak about my country in the US. We like the hamburger from Burger King and all that crap stuff. It's poison, basically. That's all it is. Uh, who asked here? Peace lover. You ask, do you do English muff breakfast? No, no, I don't. Uh-uh. That's all I eat. And as I said, I do 2 meals. One meal at 11:30 or so, and the other one at 6:30, and that's it. And I don't. Sometimes if I snack on anything in the afternoon, it will be fruit, piece fruit. Ice cream. I do eat ice cream. I won't deny it, but I do ice cream once a week if I ever get to it. Sometimes I can go 3-4 months without eating ice cream. Especially, I don't like ice cream here in the US because it's processed. So I buy the European. It's very, very expensive. But when I go to Europe, I eat ice cream in Europe because European do not use preservatives. That's why Europe does not import meat from the US and certain any type of veggies and all that from Europe, from the US, doesn't go to Europe. So European food is much better. If you notice, if you eat bread in Europe, you won't have much issues because nothing in it as far as preservatives. So, and that is the reason why that's usually how it's. Thunderbolt. It's been 11 years since I started eating once every 24 hours. Yeah. The one thing, guys, I need you to understand, and I'm going to put this in a big picture, and I speak again for my country here, why we have so many sick people. I mean, if you notice, a lot of people are sick here in this country. All of it's related to food, because you have to understand the connectedness that exists between the big pharma, that the agricultural industry, the meat industry, sugar industry, beverage industry, and so forth. They're all connected. They're all connected. So and a lot of people, they are not willing to spend time to educate themselves to understand. But again, your health is your best asset. We grow older. I mean, you look at now, and I step outside and I walk around and see. A lot of people think I'm 40 years old. And I was like, I laughed so hard when they tell me that, because I was 40 way back. So, but again, it's because of the way I eat, the way I sleep, less stress, keep the negative energy away. No need for all that. I know, because even the environment, the air we breathe. I'm going to show you something, guys, right here. Hold on a second. This one here, guys. This is a machine for pure oxygen. So, and usually I'll just all I need to do is, you plug it and you let the oxygen, pure oxygen, coming out of here, and I'm just breathing as I speak. So I'm not having it on. I just wanted to show you this one here. And the reason being, guys, is because of toxicity that exists in the air. The amount of the chemtrail, the spraying, the pesticides that exists and all that. So the government is not going to do it for you. And I'm talking here to my American audience here. So overseas is different. So, and that's why I can't stress enough, guys. I can't stress enough. Because I was, when I was in my early 20s, I didn't care. I just ate whatever. But again, I had enough energy to just burn whatever. But it caught up with me over the years later on. It was till I reversed my eating habit. You ask me now, when was the last time I was out in a restaurant? I tell you, it's been a while. And I don't enjoy it anymore. I like to eat my own food. Now, when you travel, it's a different story, but depends again on where you travel and so forth. All right, let me see some other. Mang Tong Fu, kimchi is sour. That is correct, because it's fermented. And you want it to be sour because you don't want a sugar in it. You want the real kimchi, because that's what the good bugs in your tummy, in your gut, that helps for digestion, because it's all related to the digestive system. and everything is in our guts, believe it or not. If you take good care of that through a good digestive system, and the digestive system involved a lot of aspects. I don't know if that picture I showed you, it was a big tray of vitamins. Yeah, because and those are not from a Walmart counter or Target, whatever. No, those are specialized. Because remember, my wife is a nutritionist, so I kind of know what to get and all that stuff. Uh, uh, and that's usually why I've always think, and I am gonna do this for you guys on the other channel because I need to disclose some information. Can do it right here. It will be very informative for you to know. So, all right, let me see another question from you. Francis Tango, good to see you. Another avid supporter of the channel. Thank you very much. Somebody today sent me a comment saying, Dr. O, the Indians from India are suppressing your channel. I say, well, but I guess they don't like when I tell the truth about their government. So. Oh, Q7E. That is correct. You're absolutely correct. And I listened to it when I drove last time for 8 hours. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I highly recommend that for you guys too. And that's why I want to, I know some information, but I also want to use part of that for you to know, for those who might not be aware of, because it's very, very important. It takes someone to wake up, and this is the sad part here in my country, that the masses are very, very, very brainwashed, very manipulated, very distracted by design. The same thing with these food aspects is manipulated. So they are manipulated. Matt Backy, smoking, stay away from it. Stay away from smoking. I cannot highly suggest that. Stay away from it no matter what. So and yeah, stay away from that. Oh, Hang NG, good to see you. Let me share this one here with you, with all of us here. Water is present on the moon as frozen ice in the rocks and lunar soil. Tons of it. That is true. That's why the Chinese are investing. As a matter of fact, China now is going to establish some link between here and the moon. They're far ahead. So, Muhammad Mazharuddin, you said, Dr. O, as an Indian, I admire you as you show the mirror. And all it is the sake of helping people to know. This is why this platform prevents certain information from getting, because they don't want people to know. Because once you know, it becomes on you. Now you decide. Because you won't be able to blame anyone else, and you won't be able to manipulate yourself by saying, "Oh, I didn't know." Human nature. We all know how human we are. As kids, we try to manipulate and do this and do that. As you grow older, some people hold on to that aspect of manipulating themselves so they can justify whatever, instead of facing the truth and say, "You know what? I know. It's what did I do about it? Nothing, or I choose not to do about it." And my whole idea with when I do things about India, it's nothing but to, it pained me yesterday really to read an email from my graphic designer, unable to find a job in India. He is well educated, so where is the role of the government in that case? That's my point. So, but what you do, you forgive them. So, yeah, that's just what I do. But life goes on. So, okay, let me see. David King, the cigarette companies. Yes, there is a link now between the cigarette companies and the food companies. They are working together. This is why you see, for example, here in the US, and if you live in the US, when you drive, you see, for example, the long line at Chick-fil-A, right? Why that is because there's something addictive in that food they are giving to people. People are buying because people are not willing to educate themselves, or they choose not to know. This way they say, "Oh, I didn't know." but it will be too late health-wise. They will be gone. I mean, I look at now people in their 40s are getting sick with chronic diseases that only 2 decades ago, you won't hear that. You would say only a person in his 60s or 70s will end up dealing with something like that. Now people in their early 40s, even mid 30s, and all by design. All by design. Francis Tango question, Doctor O, what do you think about yogurt for breakfast? Depends what type of yogurt. You know, if you can have yogurt that is homemade, away from any outside, because the outside they add sugar to it, no matter what they say. Now, things in Europe are slightly different than the one here. But even if you go with the ones in Europe, go with the natural one, no sugar, no added sugar, because you don't need to. You know, you already get enough sugar, for example, when you eat certain type of fruits. So, and we eat fruits year round because they are seasonal. So, but yogurt, the flavored yogurt, no, stay away from that. I have yogurt. I eat yogurt here every day at night before I go to bed. Small one. My wife make a homemade yogurt mixed with blueberries. Okay, and those are wild berries, not the ones from the no, the wild berries, because the other ones will be spread with the wild berries is as they come. This is why the bears, when they eat berries out in the wild, it's natural. So mix them and leave it with yogurt and let it sit for a day or two, and I drink it. And I drink only this much before bedtime because yogurt has acid afflex on it. It helps you for your sleeping, and also the bugs that exist in yogurt are good for your digestive system. So, Army with Harmony, yeah, and thank you for your support, by the way. Greatly appreciate you. Are you familiar with Famine, Affluence, and Morality by Peter Singer? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Do I need to check it out? Yeah, no, I'm not. And I'll take a look. I'll check it out later. Usually when I travel, when I go to do these speaking engagements or whatever, I get enough time on a plane. So that's when I do a lot of reading, guys. If I am to show you, I'll show you something right here in front of me, because all this stuff and tons of them, all this that I have to read on a plane, because that's how you stay informed, because it's my responsibility that I have. So I'll check this one and read. So, and speaking of speaking, by the way, one particular topic that is gonna be, you're gonna be hearing about it soon. That's why they reach out to me. Dr. O, can you talk about it? There is something coming up in Central Asia, and that involves 3 countries: Kazakhstan, Russia, and Iran. So, and I did a presentation way back, and somebody, I guess, I don't even know how to find it, because most of my stuff are private. There's no recording. There is no. The last one I did for the military was on a military base, my former base, and there was some generals from NATO. They were attending, and I was like, "What the heck is general doing here from NATO?" So, but it was no recording, no civilians, just military. So all I can tell you is something's coming up, and I might do a video for you later on it, because that's usually so that's why I do a lot of Rick O'Brien. I'm not going to read that word, but I want everybody to see it. You are absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, this is part of the problem. Big problem. This is why I am going to do this video for you guys on the other platform, because we can talk openly. But you are absolutely correct. Soon you're going to be, you know, the fall season coming, and you all know what with the letter. I'm going to type it for you guys. You will know. You will know, because I'll do a symbol on it. There we go. So all the time they said, "Why you need to have that because of the season, whatever." No, here's the thing: if you can load up your body on zinc right now, because you have between now and the end of, I think, by about end September, mid October, and that's it. You'll be fine for the winter. When winter gets here, you'll be fine. You don't need anything for that. So you're absolutely correct. This is exactly part of where the problem is, but it's again by design. Okay, let me see. Karakolak, the stay away from zero fat or zero sugar, whatever that is, zero fat. No, that fat-free stuff is very bad. You hear about skim milk, right? It's the worst thing you can drink. As a matter of fact, you don't need to drink milk from the store. Now, if you know a farm, this is why it's banned here in the US. You can buy milk from. They clamp down on farmers. So yeah, stay away from fat-free stuff. So that is not good. That's a funny one right here. That's funny. Yeah. And all that stuff was by design, by the way, guys. I tell you, I digged enough on it right here in the US. It's all. Here, Lucal, you're right. I have family who lives there. I have family, and I talk to them. Oh, as a matter of fact, some of the family members involved in the health industry there, and they tell me it's getting bad, very, very bad. I remember my first trip to Holland, way back. You don't see obese people. You don't see everybody's active, everybody healthy. They look vibrant. They look energized. And if you only know, guys, one thing about Holland is known for is cheese. You go to a store where you see the size of a truck, like a tire, the 18-wheeler tire made out of cheese. And no issues there. But things have changed. Things have changed. So, and it's all by design, because here is the thing. And again, that's why I can't talk openly here, because there is a coordination between certain industries in Europe that they are investing their stuff right here in the US. So in other words, the US is becoming the testing lab for whatever those things are. So that's a big problem. Big problem. Okay, let me see. Karakulak, the type of honey you use. You're gonna also be very careful of the type of honey you buy. It depends again what part of the world you're in. When I was in Yemen, I used to have spoon of honey every night before bedtime. But guess what? That honey wasn't processed, rightly from the mountains, and it was one kind called cedar. Cedar is considered the higher quality of honey, and I never had an issue with it. So, Amir, you got a question here. Why most American people do not want to know the truth about what's happening in the world, specifically in Gaza? Yeah, it's there is a lot of coordination between the media and all that, including this platform right here. So they won't want, because and that's what the whole country and the collective West is moving towards. So, which is sad, very, 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 very sad. It's pathetic, but you're seeing now the people living in the US. I am considering teaching position in China, depending again on the universities. I was asked, and I asked Carl yesterday off record here, as far as the comparison between between Indonesia and China. And his recommendation was China, because they have larger institutions, academia, and so forth. And so it's because I'm seeing where the trend's headed. Second, I like teaching. Teaching is one of my passion in life. So some of us are born to do certain things. I'm sure you are too. You just probably didn't tap on it yet. And this one is not tied to time or age. No, it doesn't work that way. So people are moving out. So uh, question from Sarah Carol: if you filter, I think you meant to say filter the water from the moon and change the weight of the moon, what will happen to its orbit? I do not know. It's beyond me. That's astrophysics stuff. And, oh, Hang and G, you say, Dr. Walalu, thank you for your book, The Veil and the Saudi. Beneath the Veil, Fall of the House of Saud. I enjoyed the book very much. Will refer to the book again. Highly recommended. Well, I'm glad you got a chance to read it. And Hang's been an avid supporter of the channel. I just came across Hang for the last few weeks now. And that's why, by the way, guys, I shared with you some of his postings. Very informative to read. So, and so I got a copy of the book and read it. So I'm glad you found it interesting. And like I said, and to all of you, to those who got the copy of the book, if you ever have a question, just shoot me an email or through Buy Me Coffee, and I'll be happy to answer you for that. All right. Let me see another question. Is it a good time to buy Apple stocks since it's bound to drop because Warren Buffett sold his? No, you take a clue from that. I can't answer that one. All I know is that, for example, by October, the end of October, the new MacBook is coming up, which means that depends again on how the sales goes. That gives you an idea about where the company is doing. A lot of companies now are really concerned about where the US is headed financially. And I'll be keeping my eyes open on the Federal Reserve next month when they do the interest rate cut. Even I'll be out of the US, but I'll be able to follow through that. And that it might be end up hitting the dollar very bad. So that's possibility to that. But I can't say yes or no because I am not qualified for that, and I don't want to give you the wrong answer. But there are certainly changes going into this aspect. Oh, for sure, Sarah Carol, for sure. Any sugary drinks out there, guys, stay out of it. Stay out of it. You know, they have this Red Bull thing, whatever. If only people know what's in it, or soda, or stay away from it. Even that orange juice, stay away from it. It's nothing but sugar and water. Yeah, this I don't touch orange juice here. I haven't for a long time ago. So sometimes last time I was traveling, I made a stop in Spain, and before that I made stop in Morocco. And in the street they have the fresh oranges because it was May. Still have oranges. Morocco is known for orange, by the way. It's one of the top in the world in citrus. That's why Europe depends a lot in Morocco. So, and I stopped by a stand, and I saw him squeezing the orange in front of me, just pure orange, no nothing else. And I tried one, it was fine, but it was one time and that's it. So yeah, all that those apple juice and carrot juice and all. No, stay away from that. And if you want carrot juice, make it at home. So Rick O'Brien, vitamin D and K1, K2. It's very crucial. Very crucial. I experienced this one, and I'm talking from experience here, guys. I experienced with K12, I think I had deficiency on it way back. So reversed it, focused on one. I went and did the research and learned exactly where I can acquire the K12, the dark leafy stuff, and but also because at that time I wasn't eating enough eggs. This is why And I tell you, that's how it was. I wasn't eating enough eggs because it was a campaign about how eggs are bad for you. She couldn't be far from the truth. I've been eating eggs ever since, every day, 3 eggs a day, every day, for the last few years, and I'm fine. So, uh, uh, Caracola, full fat, yeah, as long as it's not the hydro, it doesn't have, for example, hydrogenated oils, seed oils, and all that stuff. If it is full fat, I eat full fat. Like when I do meat, there is no you cut you trim it, the fat one. No, you cook everything. When I do a steak, I just grill everything the way it is. I eat some. When I make my own briskets, I eat a little bit of fat of that. Butter, I do full fat butter. Even when I do special, a good type of bacon, and once I'm done with it, I save the juice of it, and it became fat that I cook with. So full fat is, but again, is the industry that is in cohort with the government saying, oh, fat is bad. That's why they want to put you on, that medication they put you on. Does anybody know? Can you guys type in? It starts with an S. Very, very popular. People have no idea what they're taking. Oh, Army with Harmony. You got it. Let me see what you guys have. Let me see at the end. Oh, Army with Harmony, you got it because I saw your comment. I was laughing. My doctor told me that too one time. I was like, respectfully, I don't take that kind of stuff, and I don't take that anyway. So it just the way. Yeah, stay away from that. They'll tell you has to be about 190. It's a lie. As you grow older, your cholesterol level will have to be between 200 and 265. Mine is at 240. Perfect. So, and they're all telling me, oh, Mr. O, it's kind of, I never tell them, Dr. Bars, Mr. O, you need to put you on medication. I was like, what for? Well, it's a lower acid. Lower it for what? I feel fine, and I'm fine. Well, he could have a heart attack. Whatever. I say, well, be it. Yeah, that is the problem. That is the problem. So it's, but again, I am aware of what I eat because I have access to resources. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys, not to brag about what I eat, whatever, just to highlight to you, do I go and spend, did you know, for example, I did the math on it. If based on what I've been reading, if you go to Burger King, okay, or McDonald's, now Big Mac, whatever those, they call them the meal that comes with everything, it's about $12. Okay, here's the thing: if you go to a grocery store, let's say Whole Foods, and it is say or Costco, whatever, and you find something on sale for about $8 or $9, and I've seen it because I buy those steaks myself. When they go on sale, I just buy them. Here is a $20 steak, okay, that goes on sale for $11. I buy it. So you buy something like that at 8 or 9. You're gonna go and cook it at home. First of all, you know what you're eating. You know what you're cooking in, because you have no idea where they're cooking that meat at the Burger King, do you? Nobody knows. That oil, you have no idea how long it's been used. Do you think the company is going to be changing oil every day? I don't think so. If they change it once every 3 weeks, you're lucky. Let alone what kind of oil they're using. So you said to yourself, do I spend 15, 20 minutes cooking my meal and know what I'm eating versus the convenience of just consuming whatever that's going to end up causing me health issues down the road? The choice is clear. It's just people are not willing to, they don't want to hear it, because that's part of where some of us, not all, some of us are manipulating ourselves. You pretend you didn't know about it, or you pretend, oh, I'm not aware, when in reality, you refused to know. And this is, to me, where the weak character of an individual comes in, because he or she not willing to face him or herself. That's the... Mohammed Mazhar there. Happy to see your fingers set. All right. Well, still a little bit. I still swallow a little bit, but I have to be very careful because I have to wear that thing for almost, it's been 6 weeks because you have to maintain the fingers straight. Otherwise, you're going to end up having a mallet finger, which will take a while to strengthen because we have some tendons. And what happened is I torn this tendon. My finger got stuck in a ladder and I twisted. So you can only imagine. So it's getting better, but I don't exercise too much weight on it because I gotta be careful, you know. So funny how something that small can interfere with your daily life. Uh, Francis Tango, Doctor, I also have vitamin D deficiency, but Asian people or colored people almost always have vitamin D deficiency. Yeah, well, we just load up on avocados, the real ones. You know, avocados, not that in a jar, or whatever. No, you buy your own avocado, home sort of natural ones, and eat liver. I don't know what else in vitamin D. Uh, I forgot. I have to. My wife is not here. Otherwise, I'll ask her. So yeah. Through food, you can figure it out what works for you. What's Karakolak? You're right. Will attack your muscles because it's poison. As a matter of fact, the ingredient part of it is used for a rat poison, and I searched that. That's why you guys. Karakolak, yours is at 239. You're fine. You're perfect. As long as, for example, you don't do hydrogenated oil stuff, you don't do processed food, because if it is high because of the processed food, that's a problem. If it is at this level because of the nature of the food you eat, then you're fine. At least in my experience. So no. What your doctor said, they are trained to say that. Here is the problem with the doctors. Here, I speak for my country here. Doctors do not even get enough courses in nutrition. So, none. It's because that's the whole idea. Because if you find out, for example, who's financing Stanford Medical Center, who's financing that? The big pharma. So, yeah. Ibrahim Al Kabi, you're right. Your body, the best doctor always tell you truth about your health. That is true. If you only get tuned into ourselves, but we're not, because I always have the fear of, oh my gosh, I'm sick, I'm gonna die, whatever. What if you just die? So what? I mean, literally, I'm not joking. It's because the fear takes over. Once the fear takes over, it's over. So all of a sudden, whatever the doctor says goes. Well, hold on a second. Son. You know how you feel. You know how you feel better than anyone else can tell you. So, of course, I'm not denying you do need to seek medical advice if there is something that is getting bad or whatever. You would know. You would know. I had some experiences where one time I had to go to the ER because I sensed something was not normal. And I did. And it was. And I was just lucky because my body was telling me something is not right. So that's so you're absolutely correct. All right, let me see another question. David King, sunlight, that is correct. I tell you, in my backyard, because the sun comes in the afternoon, I go outside, lay down on grass there for 10, 15 minutes. That's all you need. To those who say, well, the sun is bad for you, whatever. Well, yeah, it's bad for you if you get burned. You can't be standing under sun for 24 hours, whatever, 12 hours. But if you do 15 minutes a day, So I do the morning. Sometimes when I get up, as soon as I get up, I go out and sit in the back patio where the sun is hitting as it's coming up. And it's getting hotter and hotter. In the middle of the day, go in the afternoon for 10 minutes. You're fine. So it's all about education. So, Matt Becky, you put a question here. Doug, have you watched the movie The Death of Stalin? Obama had called it best movie of the year. No, I didn't. It shows a little of inner workings. No, I didn't. I didn't see that. And I read enough about Stalin And I disclose that in my Russia book from a historical perspective. I'm not here to judge, given his background, because he was from Georgia originally, so was born, and his name wasn't Stalin. It changed. No, I didn't. I might check it out. I hardly ever watch TV, guys. I don't watch TV. As a matter of fact, it's been now, and I kid you not, it's been about almost 10 years. 10 years, the last time I sat and watched TV. I don't, because there is nothing on TV that will be of interest and use of my time. So, and when I sit down back then, the last time I sat right here in my own house, in when I have my TV way out, big screen one, that it's never on. And when I used to watch, few months ago, I'll watch documentaries. That's about it. It's because I know what's going to be coming out of networks for because it's all controlled through FCC, the Federal Communication Commission. So of course they're not going to say the truth anyway. But I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Let me see. Hong Wong, it is true. It is true. The whole system is. The whole system. And this is why I think, guys, I'm gonna be doing some series of some sort of a conversation on the other location, just for you to be to keep you aware of whatever topics. I feel the call for that, because it's part of that sharing the knowledge with you. Yeah, I talk about geopolitics on both channels, but this is different. This is different. I'm here today. I might not be here tomorrow. So at least you learn something and you acquire some knowledge that can help you at least start to think differently. So Sarah Carroll, you're absolutely correct. Lard butter better than synthetic engine oil. It's because all the butter, the regular butter, whatever, what is it? It's just products of oil. So even that toothpaste you use, I don't know what you guys use. I don't know what you use. But do you know where the fluoride came from? Just think about it. This is why here in the US, if you go to clean your teeth, let's say you go see a dentist, the first thing they ask you for, you know what? Take x-rays. Why do you need x-ray for if I'm just cleaning my teeth? Because it's all about money. And I was like, no. And I end up cleaning my teeth overseas. And now I found out an ingredients that you don't even need, which I use in my own toothpaste. I don't even need a dentist. But I also floss regularly. I brush regularly. I don't do a lot of sugar. I don't do smoking. There's a lot of other, you can't just say, well, I won't use this one and that's it. It's going to fix itself. No, it won't. You're going to have to take responsibility into that. The Harry Local, Dr. O, live by the moment. That is correct. That's the way I look at it now. That's why I embarked on this doing YouTube. I mean, you ask me, if you only know, my background as far as work and what I used to do and all that stuff, YouTube will be the last thing. And as a matter of fact, I was asked 10 years ago, can you consider doing a YouTube? I said, what is that? Yeah, because it just wasn't my... Then all of a sudden you start to see the importance, except the way they go about it. Yeah, why are you preventing me from telling my own community what they need to know? So that's what I found very pathetic. Jan Hakor, how important is to have red meat in your diet? To me, it's very important. I do eat red meat. So I do. So actually, I eat it on a regular basis. I do grass-fed ground beef every day in the morning with my eggs for my brunch at 11 o'clock. Every day, except for Sunday. Sunday, I don't. I do steak, I do filet mignon, I do all other type of meats every other day. And for dinner, I rotate between the steak the filet mignon, the liver, the salmon, and and roast beef. Those five I rotate between. So it's very, very important because the protein that exists in that, and I know what they're saying about, oh, red meat will kill you, whatever. If you know what you're eating, that's all it is. That's all it is. Because meat here, this is why Europe, Canada, Japan, and Australia do not import meat from the United States because of the injection of hormones. Wow, David King, you are right. You are spot on. This is exactly what is going on in this country here. That is correct. Ramples01, Dr. O, do you want to open a Telegram account for the community? I was thinking about it. I don't do a lot of accounts except for X, and LinkedIn is for business part, but I don't know. I didn't consider that because also I do not want to be everywhere. Yeah, to me, I don't follow the crowd. I don't follow, you know, I've always been independent, doing my own thing per se. Yeah, I did look into it, but the consideration is there. For now, I am thinking in terms of ensuring that you will always hear from me, just in case. So, yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see what's like. I know some have been asking me to do Substack because I can write. I used to write for the Huffington Post back then. I wrote for the South China Morning Post and some Europeans and here in the US, whatever. But all that start to be a little bit too. Well, when I start to see other dictating to me what to write, not to write, I say we're done. We're done. So I'll check it out. I'll consider that one. All right. Let me see. Sean, Dr. O, ever tried multi-day fasting? One of the best things I've ever started doing. 3-day fast with water. No, I never did that. I do that once a year. Once a year, I go for a month. Of course, I eat when in about 16, 18 hours, but I don't do water. I don't do anything. Oh. No, I never tried it like this in a multi-day. Maybe it's worth trying sometimes. Muslim revert. You're right. TV is mind control. That's true. Spot on. Okay, let me see. One more here, guys, before I'll sign up because I'm gonna go work quickly on someone reach out to me to do a video for them about investments, and I've did it before, and I trust them because I know what they are and all that. So I have to work on the content for it, create one, but I also have to prepare my own stuff for because I'm leaving tomorrow. So. I'm not following this question here clearly. Sang, Dr. Oh, what DP? What does DP stand for? Do you think of blood type diet? I would not know. I would not know that one. So, does anybody have any idea, guys? So, Jan Hakor, good to see you. Question: How much are vegans and vegetarians missing out on nutrition just in general? A lot. But again, if their bodies reacted to it the good way, then why not? So, for me personally, it won't work for me, and I don't have no intentions of doing it. I will be in few months or few weeks. I will be doing an advertisement for a company that deals with food, and they do have a good stuff, vegan stuff at all. And I have not tried their stuff yet. I will soon, just because in the summertime I don't eat, for example, pasta. I don't touch pasta. I haven't had pasta for a while, and the last time I had pasta was homemade, made out of veggies. So I'm gonna try their pasta because it's plant based. But again, I have to eat it with my own meat. So but I intend to take a look at that and share it with you down the road. Is Telegram, Army with Harmony, is Telegram for phone only? Do you have a send number? No, it's also for texting. It's messenger app. That's what it is. So, Karakolak, you corrected me on that. I think diet for blood hype. No, I'm not very familiar. I'm not very familiar with it. That's a good question. I need to ask my wife about it. Oh yeah, it's Matt Becky. It's getting better a little bit. It's getting better a little bit. So still a little bit at the top because I still have swollen a little bit at the joint because that's where the tendon was. If you notice, is a little bit red. So I'm very careful, but usually I have to keep it in the splint straight for. But sometimes I like to have free movements. But it's getting far better. So I'm able to bend a little bit before I couldn't. So it's getting a little better. So thank you for asking. Truly appreciate you. Okay, let me see something else here. Francis Tango. Oh man, whomever is eating tofu, stay away from tofu. I'm talking about the tofu here in the US. Now, it's different than the tofu made in Asia, the original place of it. And I saw a documentary how they prepare it over there. And I'll eat it over there. As a matter of fact, when I'm in Asia, I'm going to try a little bit of it. I'm talking about the one here. You don't want to touch it. Food here, just the bottom line, guys. I need to tell you this. The food here is modified genetically. Is modified. So you have to be careful. All right, let me. Dr. O, how can I get your email? Well, you can get it through Buy Me Coffee. That's where usually because of how it goes, or you can get into LinkedIn and request to connect with me, and I'll do it that way. I do talk to Francis Tango on LinkedIn. So it's just I don't like to post my email here. There are some nasty people out there, you know how it is. Okay, let me see one more question, if there is question. No, they are not. Oh, one from Army with Harmony. Let me have some water. Excuse me. Did you get much weather this spring and summer? Yeah, a little bit. It was unusual, but yesterday, 2 days ago, we had a rain that came so quick and it's gone. And it's patterns. It's on and off, but yeah, that's usually how. I don't pay much attention to that one. So. Sang Tan, you're right. The tofu, and I intend, as I said, I intend to try it when I'm there. I know it's good if it is made right. So, and this is why, if you guys think about why Koreans, why South Koreans have the best digestive system in the world, they do. Why that is? Because of kimchi, fermented food, and I know this for fact. So, but the stuff here, no, I won't even trust it. A lot of people in McDonald's, they don't know that potatoes they are eating there, they are grown in Bill Gates' farm, and who knows what's been injected in them and all that stuff. So that's why you hear the statement, French fries, McDonald's French fries are the best. No, it's poison, basically. Okay, guys, I am going to sign off here. I thank you for production. Karakulak, That's an interesting one. You can save money on gas when you follow geopolitics. I saved 40 cents a gallon after learning about Libya cotton production. Interesting. Well, I do know, guys, because of I found out that through the algorithm or whatever, if you do hit the like button, the algorithm, there are some things algorithm cannot do about. So of course they can. I do know that the channel has been suppressed here, whatever. I mean, I'm not bragging, but come on, you tell me for the content we are having here in our community. We all know, but it won't matter. Life goes on. Well, guys, I wish you a good weekend. And as I said, you're not going to be seeing me for a while. If I get a chance, I will do a live stream for you from whatever part of the world I'm going to be. I'm going to be in a different locations, uh, usually speaking engagements because it's very involving. And those individuals who end up inviting you have to pay you, and if they pay you, you're going to have to do a good job as far as the but again, I won't tell them what they want to hear, because that's my rule. I've always tell companies when they hire me to do speaking, my first rule: you will not dictate to me what to talk about. Simple as that. If you want that, you go look for someone else, and they respect that. They really respect it. So anyway, guys, I look forward to seeing you at some point soon. Till then, be safe and enjoy your life and eat well. Make sure to eat well. As always, remember, geopolitics impact your daily life in more ways than one. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.